Hey, I'm 𝖒𝖆𝖍 and this is my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a book haul. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books to show you guys. So I'm just gonna get started. So the first book I got is The Girls Ive Been by Tesco. This one's from 𝖒𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖃 and I believe it was $7.99. Yeah, it was $7.99. And I was stuck between getting this one on birthday, Death Note, and another book that I've forgotten the title of that one. But I decided to go for this one because of what it says on the back. This is the blurb. My name is Rebecca, Samantha, Hayley, Katie, Ashley, and Nora. But Rebecca to Ashley is crossed out. To understand my story, you first have to know about the girls I've been. And that starts with my delightful con artist mother. Because I didn't choose a life of deception. I was born into it. 5 years ago, I escaped and became Nora, who has a nice, normal life in a nice, normal neighborhood. Until this morning, when I found myself at gunpoint in the middle of a bank heist with my ex-boyfriend and my new girlfriend. Talk about awkward. The first thing I thought was, get down. The second thing, we're all gonna die because I stopped to buy donuts on the way to the bank. And the third thing, I'm the only one who can get us out of here alive. Because the gunmen have no idea who I really am. That girl has been in hiding for far too long. But the reason why I got it is because it says feature film in development with Millie Bobby Brown, who I love from Stranger Things and Enola Holmes. Also, the tagline at the top of the book is, "You think you know me, try again." So the next one is, this is from Tesco. This was a £5, I believe. No, this was 2 for £9. So this one is 3 Hours by 𝖒𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘. In rural Somerset, in the middle of a blizzard, the unthinkable happens. A school is under siege. Pupils and teachers barricade themselves into classrooms, the library, the theatre. The headmaster lies wounded in the library, unable to help his students and staff. Outside, a police psychiatrist must identify the gunman, while parents gather desperate for news. In 3 intense hours, all must find the courage to stand up to evil and save the people they love. This kind of reminds me of the Columbine High School Massacre, which I believe happened in 1989. I was going to do a YouTube video about it, but I kind of changed my mind, and instead I'm going to talk about it on my podcast, Stop Talking, which is linked down below. The next book is The Last Day by, what's the tagline? That one doesn't have it. Who's this by? The Last Day by Andrew Hunter Murray, and the tagline is, "A world half in darkness, a secret she must bring to light." So, and the blurb says, 2059, the world has stopped turning. One half suffers an endless frozen night, the other, nothing but burning sun. Only in a slim twilit region can life survive. In an isolationist Britain, Ellen Hopper receives a letter, sent by a dying man. It contains a powerful and dangerous secret. One that those in power will kill to conceal. Oh, I can actually, so I've just seen a thing on that I can tag the author and tell him what I think. So these two I got for £2 for £9 at Tesco, and this one was £7.99 from 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘. I'm actually really excited for these. I would say they're like full of adventure and like my favourite horror film. No, not my favourite horror film. My favourite film, genre of film, a horror. However, I got a romance, which is called The Phone Box at the Edge of the World, and it's set in Japan, which is pretty much the main reason why I got it, and because there's cherry blossoms in the corner. And it's also inspired by a true story. This is by 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘. I'm not 100% if I said that right, but even though I've never been there, my favourite country in the whole entire world is actually Japan. So the blurb says, "We all have something to tell those we have lost." On a windy hill in Japan, in a garden overlooking the sea, stands a disused phone box. For years, people have travelled to visit the phone box, to pick up the receiver and speak into the wind, to pass the messages to loved ones no longer with us. When 𝒒𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘 loses her mother and daughter in the tsunami, she wonders how she will carry on. One day she hears of the phone box and decides to make her own pilgrimage there, to speak to the people she loved the most. But when you have lost everything, the right words can be the hardest thing to find. Then I need to work out how to say that name, so then I know how to read it, meets 𝖒𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘, a bereaved husband whose own daughter has stopped talking in the wake of their loss. What happens next will warm your heart, even when it feels a story is breaking. So I have a feeling this book will make me cry, and if it does, well done to that book, because I think the only book I've ever cried reading is The Sight by David Clement Davies. Anyway, the next book is Safe and Sound by Philippa East, and the blurb of this one is tagline doesn't have, oh yeah, home can be the most dangerous place. And then the blurb says, in a small London bedsit a radio is playing, a small dining table is set for three, and curled up on the sofa is a body. Jen is the one who discovers the woman, along with the bailiffs. All indications suggest that the tenant, Sarah Jones, was pretty, charismatic and full of life. So how is it possible that her body has lain undiscovered for 10 whole months? This sounds so good. See, when I first got this, I was actually really unsure, because I was like, I wanted it, but I didn't know how much money I had left, so I didn't get it, but I ended up getting it. And then the next one is, I think that's also a thriller/mystery, The Resident by David Jackson. I haven't heard anything about any of these books except for the last one I will talk about, which was actually on my book wish list, and I was able to get it. And no joke, saw it and I was like, have to get this. Anyway, The Resident by David Jackson. Thomas Brogan is a serial killer with a trail of bodies in his wake, and the police hot on his heels. It seems like Thomas has nowhere left to hide. That is until he breaks into an abandoned house at the end of a terrace on a quiet street, and when he climbs up into the loft, he realizes he can drop into all the other houses through the shared attic space. That's when the real fun begins, because the one thing that Thomas enjoys even more than killing is playing games with his victims. The lonely old woman, the bickering couple, the tempting young newlyweds, and his new neighbours have more than enough dark secrets to make this game his best one yet. Have you met the residents? Soon. Oh, have you met the resident? Soon you'll be dying to meet him. Oh yeah, and the tagline is, there's a serial killer on the run, and he's hiding in your house. See if this is good. This also sounds like a really good film, and it also reminds me of a conversation me and my friend had the other day. I can't pick up this book. The next book is The Guest List by 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖍, and the tagline is, a remote island, an invitation to die for. This reminds me of another book that I read, but I forgot what it's called. Each has a secret, each has a motive. Off the windswept Irish coast, guests gather for the wedding of the year. Old friends, past grudges, happy families, hidden jealousies. 13 guests, one body. One guest won't leave this wedding alive. I'm so excited. I also don't know how I'm going to get any of these books under my bed because the drawer is basically full. Next one is Happy Families by 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖆𝖘. Tagline? Yeah. Oh my god, that's chopsticks. I looked at it and I liked the cover because obviously normally you're not meant to judge a book by its cover, but if the cover doesn't look nice or if the cover doesn't intrigue me, I'm not going to read the blurb. And it has chopsticks and I didn't click, and I love using my chopsticks. Anyway, the tagline is 3 generations, 2 secrets, 1 extended family. Amy is 34 and has just given up her glittering career in the big Welsh city to move back in with her grandfather, returning to work, small town Chinese takeaway, where she spent her bookish and boring childhood. Why? That's a secret she won't tell. Sorry, that reminds me of Gossip Girl, you know. That's a secret she'll never tell. XOXO. Gossip Girl. I've never actually seen it, I just know that thing. Anyway, just like the secret of why her grandfather 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘 and her father 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆 hasn't spoken to each other in 30 years. Weirder still, they've lived in the same small flat above the takeaway for the majority of those years, with Amy's mother, Joan, acting as the unfortunate go-between and buffer. Now Amy's parents have moved, leaving her in charge of looking after the old man. But then 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘 collapses in the street, and Amy realises time is running out if she wants to play Happy Families there. I'm so excited. And it's like, so you've fallen out, but you live in the same roof. But it's like, I'm so excited. I wonder what it is. I'm also really excited to read this, and also for Phone Books at 𝖒𝖆𝖆𝖉𝖎 because I think they're written by Asian people. I'm guessing Phone Books at 𝖒𝖆𝖆𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖆 is because it's set in Japan, but I could be wrong. And also 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖆𝖍, that's a somewhat Asian surname. I'm sorry if that's racist. I'm not trying to be. Anyway, the next book is The Package by Sebastian Fitzek. Anyway, all you've done is taken in a parcel for a neighbour. You have no idea what to do. No, you have no idea what you've let into your life. Emma's the one that got away, the only survivor of a serial killer, or she thinks she was. The police aren't convinced, nor is her husband. She never even saw her tormentor properly. But now she sees him everywhere. Questioning her sanity, she retreats from the world. It is better to stay at home. Quiet, anonymous, safe. He won't find her here. I'm so excited for this. I no joke. I think this was the first one after my next book, which will be the last book I'm talking about in this video. I was like, ooh, I just loved the cover for this. I need an actual bookshelf. I don't have one. Anyway, this is the book that I was talking about, and I'm so excited to read it. This is the one that was on my book wish list. So this is Girl A by Abigail Dean, and I'm so excited. I have to open it because the blurb's on the inside. Nope, that's 𝖒𝖊𝖉𝖎. I was about to read you about 𝖒𝖊𝖉𝖎. Girl A, she said, the girl who escaped. If anyone was going to make it, it was going to be you. Lex Gracie doesn't want to think about her family. She doesn't want to think about growing up in her parents' house of horrors. And she doesn't want to think about her identity as Girl A, the girl who escaped. When her mother dies in prison and leaves Lex and her siblings the family home, she can't run away from, she can't run from her past any longer. Together with her sister Evie, Lex intends to turn the House of Horrors into a force for good. But first she must come to terms with her 6 siblings and with the childhood they shared. And I'm so excited. I don't know what genre is this? Oh my god. She works for Google. Oh my god! And it might be made into a film. Girl A has been translated into 27 languages and television/film rights have sold to Sony. Which means they're probably going to make a film or TV show about this. I'm actually so excited. I don't know. Also, sorry if I was quiet, that's because I was reading a bit about 𝖒𝖊𝖉𝖎. And she's British. I did not know that. I also found out Ozzy Osbourne was British the other day. I didn't know that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below 1, what videos you want me to do, 2, who you want me to do a collab with, and 3 questions, and then I'll happily do a Q&A video. Also give this video big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to press the subscribe button and the notification bell, so then you get a notification every single time I upload a brand new video. And I shall see you on my next one.